I just want to say that I'm a small businessman here in Carolina. I'm about 45 people. I'm mostly in the military DOD, doing information technology. I just want to say that, first of all, the state of Hawaii is probably the worst state in the world to do business. Absolutely against small business. But as a small business owner, and I'm concerned about my company. The fact that I employ 45 people, who, by the way, we pay all of their medical and as a matter of fact, we've been reviewing the rules that are coming out on the healthcare, that the advanced rules are coming out, the implementation of the healthcare bill. For example, they are threatening fines for things that we are already doing in compliance, and over and above the compliance, they're telling us that for every employee that doesn't have insurance that we pay for, $2,000 fine per employee. But some employees say, well, I could have 5K or something to refuse our medical, but it's fine. So what I'm saying is that as a small business, I am looking at President Obama, who said, I'm really going to help small business before crap. So I want to ask you, and you said this already, but I just want to ask you again. In looking at supporting small business, the only way to do that is to be successful and to help small business is to cut tax.
Yes.
Don't drive the tax and for finance.
Question, real quick, sir, and this is a great way to wrap things up here. You know, this gentleman is a small business owner, employs 45 individuals. Let me begin by saying, sir, thank you for creating a small business, and kudos to you. You're one of the greatest souls around to run a small business in the state of Hawaii. I want you to know that yes, I am in strong support and strong favor of reducing our taxes and regulations on small business. Because I recognize in the 21st century, the future of our economy is small business. I know that in the news media, I know that in the public, what gets the most attention and what gets the most attention of politicians are big businesses. All too often what we pay attention to is some big business is going to move into Hawaii and maybe create 200 new jobs. But I'll tell you what, that's not the future of our economy. Our future of the economy isn't one big business hiring 200 people. The future of our economy is 200 or so small businesses hiring 1 or 2 people. That's where the future is. That's where our government needs the support. The problem for small businesses is, if you're just one small business hiring 1 or 2 additional employees, you don't get any attention. You don't get the front page of the newspaper because you hired 1 additional employee. Because you expanded from 15 to 16 employees, you're not going to make the front page of the newspaper. But what you do need is you need somebody who's an advocate for small business. What you do need is somebody who understands the burdens of making a payroll. What you do need is somebody who understands that by lowering taxes and encouraging entrepreneurs to take risks, that is what builds the future for our economy. That's what I'm. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank every one of you for coming tonight. And I will be around because I know more of you have questions. As I close this evening, I want you all to take away 2 things before you go home tonight. 2 things. If you don't listen to anything I say here, please listen to these 2 things. The first is that I know the theory of our American democracy. I know the theory when our founding fathers got together in Philadelphia on that hot summer in the late 18th century. The theory of our American democracy was supposed to be that politicians do what is in the best interest of the people. Having served in elected office for a little over for almost 10 years now, I can tell you the theory doesn't work. The reality in our nation is that politicians do not do what's in the best interest of the people. Politicians do what is in the best interest of the voters. And when only 38% of the people who are eligible to vote in the state of Hawaii actually vote, there is an increasing disconnect between who the people are and who the voters are. The first thing I want to ask every one of you here in this room Make sure each and every one of you are yourself registered to vote. But even more important than that, please, talk to your 10 closest family members and friends. Talk to them, make sure they are registered to vote, make sure they understand how important this campaign, make sure they understand how important it is for us to win this victory here and change the direction of our nation. I'm not asking any of you here in this room to make any cold calls. I'm not asking you to talk to any strangers. I'm asking you to talk to your 10 closest family members and friends. Talk to your auntie, talk to your son-in-law, talk to your golf buddy, talk to the person you have lunch with on a regular basis. If you talk to your 10 closest friends, my guess here is you will find half of them are not registered to vote, and the half that are probably weren't planning to vote. Please, first thing I want you all to take away here this evening, get registered to vote, get your friends and families registered to vote, talk to them, get them to vote in this particular election, and vote for Charles Djou for this upcoming election. Second thing I want all of you to ask of all of you here tonight as you go home. I know also that our founding fathers established this American democracy. And this American democracy was supposed to, in theory, create a system wherein which elections select the best candidate for public office. It is a great theory, but it is also not reality. Having also, again, my experience, having served in elected office for nearly 10 years, what is reality is that elections do not select the best candidate for public office. Elections select the best campaign. And there is a difference between the best campaign and the best candidate for public office. So the second thing I want to ask each and every one of you here this evening is please, we have only 23 days between today and when ballots are going to get released on April 30th. Please, do it and view it as your civic duty as an American citizen. In the next 23 days, do something to make a difference in a campaign. Do something modest. When I say do something modest, it might be as simple as what Representative Finnegan was talking about earlier this evening, putting a bumper sticker on your car. Maybe you have an auntie or an uncle or a cousin or a best friend who has a corner house in Mililani or in Pearl City or over in Waikai. Help me put a yard sign in front of their house. Help me in the next 23 days. Consider the next 23 days devoting maybe 2 hours of your life in volunteering in a campaign. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, because I'm still Chinese, if you'd like to donate a contribution, I'll take that too. I want to point out here this evening a couple of people. I want you guys to raise your hands. I have Whitney Bowles over here. She's my finance director. He was out here somewhere. My campaign chair. Oh, he was outside. If you would like, we have volunteer cards. We have donor cards over here. When you leave this hall this evening, again, 1, talk to your 10 closest family member friends, tell them about this campaign. And number 2, please do not stay on the sidelines. Go over here, do something small, do something modest, make a difference in this campaign, make a difference in this upcoming election, make a difference in the United States of America with this upcoming special election.